Hi everybody, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and we have the next stage of the Statue of Liberty, and I think that's the first time I've said it without calling it the Eiffel Tower. Uh, and today we are going to be doing, well, obviously more of this, but I'm going to work on one colour at a time on this section. That's going to be the bit that I do first, because I just feel it's going to be a lot of swapping and changing with drills. Feeling quite fed up really today, because last night I got about 3 more sales come in that I had to process, and at the moment I'm getting a bit fed up because I'm having to keep sending, and I seem to be waiting ages for the money back in return. So I've got like probably about 5 orders all, you know, traveling through the network at the moment, and I'm starting to think, should I hold off a bit until I get some of the money back? You know, because obviously I don't want to keep sending out loads until I start getting some of the money coming in for them, because as you know, with us being a seller, you have to wait until it gets to the other end. Now, one of the people picked Evri, and I'm not the biggest fan of Evri, so I don't really like using Evri, but Vinted say if you switch that off, it can significantly reduce your sales, but yeah, they're not a very good courier, because yesterday they delayed it, and you know, it's really annoying for me as a seller that has to wait as it is for the payment. So obviously that pushed it back, and it gets annoying when you keep seeing on the tracking ready for collection, they just like, the buyers take forever to pick it up, and it's like, you know, it's so frustrating really. But it is what it is. Just really having a general fed up day really, I suppose. Had to pick up some more team orders, and one of my orders is stuck in customs. For some apparent reason, all the rest have turned up, and this one is still stuck. Now, I don't know if customs have seized it and there's something wrong with it, or whether it's just been lost or what, but I'm kind of annoyed because, like, you know, it should have come like 2 days ago and it's just stuck, yet all the other parcels behind that are coming through fine. And then obviously what's really sort of ticked me off a bit is the fact that, you know, I'm having to, it's lovely getting all the sales, but I'm having to keep sending, and as of yet I've not even got one item back from one payment from all the orders that I sent out last week. You know, it just feels like I'm forever sending things, and yet I'm not getting nothing back for it at the moment. Obviously it will, but it's, as we know, InPost bought Yodel, and ever since Yodel took over, everything's sort of slowed down, because as you know, Yodel is a very slow courier. They take anywhere between 4 to 5 days to send the thing, and yeah, it's kind of like everything's just so slow at the moment. And then on the news today, they've basically said, let's see if we can find it on here, because I took a photo to show my mum it, and they're now saying this again. So if this doesn't make you miserable, then I don't know what else will. But they keep saying that food prices continue to surge as inflation remains. All they keep doing is putting it up and up and up. And I used to love going in the shop, you know, didn't have to worry about how much I spent. I just used to, like, you know, put it in the trolley, pay for it. But now, and people have actually said this on the news, people are like coming out the shop and having to check through their receipt to see like what's costing so much. And it's just so frustrating, because like everything's just so expensive, and food is one of the biggest things I hate paying for. I just wish we didn't have to eat, because it's such a big expense. And it's really making me miserable seeing everything £1.50, £1.50. It's all the like the luxury things like cakes, crisp, chocolate. You know, it's like we can't treat ourselves without having to pay extortionate prices. So it's just, I feel like nothing seems to be improving with this food inflation stuff that they keep banging on about. And then I've been watching the news because Donald Trump's in Chequers, which is the Prime Minister's sort of country estate, and apparently they're supposed to be doing like business deals and stuff. So one of the deals that they wanted to propose, they were saying that that's been put on hold for now. So did that just I could have sworn that just moved. Wow. So yeah, and then apparently he's supposed to be flying out tonight back to the USA, but the problem is that's going to be like really late when he gets back, because I don't know what time they're leaving, but it's normally like an 8 to 9 hour flight, isn't it? But he's actually bring over his helicopter Marine One, then Air Force One actually bring him over, and he's got the Beast over here as well, that big it's like a, what is it, some sort of limo thing, like a Hummer, is it? So that looks really nice. I'd love to go in one of them. I've actually wanted to go in a Hummer for quite some time, and a limo. Just like, I've always sort of wondered why it has to be so long, but I mean, yeah, so I can't wait to try one of them one day. I think you have to hire them and book them in advance, but you can book limos for parties and that sort of thing. So yeah, so it's going back to this everything, I just get so fed up with having to wait and wait and wait. You know, I'm quite an impatient person, to be fair. So as you can see, for example, this one, like this is so frustrating because there's nothing I can do. And up here it says we've received your parcel at the Every Locker, which is me sending it, and now it's just sitting at the shop. So for example, if that person doesn't pick it up today, that then pushes it a day behind and means that I've then got to wait longer for my money. So as a pro seller, we have to wait 14 days, and that date does not start until the minute they pick that up. So you can see why it's kind of frustrating. So you know, I rush them out and then it's not so quick on the other end. Does that make sense? So you think, oh, I'll send it off early, send it off quick, and they'll pick it up the same day. Some customers do, and then some don't. I actually had one buyer that literally took like till probably about the last day before they automatically was going to send it back to me. And I said, you need to pick this up, because, you know, Vinted asked me to prompt them. InPost asked me to prompt them, and the response I got back was, oh, I got distracted. Now, that's all very fair, but Vinted would alert you to pick it up. So yeah, I don't tend to allow buyers back that take ages to pick it up, because it's not fair on me and as a seller. Like, I have to wait for my money until they like pick it up. So keep making a seller wait for their money is not acceptable to me. So that's why I won't allow people back that have a bad history of like picking up parcels late. So an ideal customer for me is someone that picks it up as soon as it's been delivered to the shop and that, you know. So, but I've noticed on Vinted now there's like a pick up option, so you can actually get the courier to pick it up from you, but I don't know how that works because I've always done lockers. So, but yeah, I imagine now that Yodels took over, the lockers are going to come like really busy now. So, and then I'm just trying to work out why this Temu package isn't coming. Really kind of annoyed because I've got this thing that I want to get on Temu, and one of my parcels is running late. So as you can see, they've got a, on here it says that I've got a credit to use. Now that's all very well, but then when you go to the basket and want to add something into the basket, it will go, oh, you need to spend £11.74, you know, and oh, it's just frustrating. Like, I feel like I can't order anything without that lock being on, but I'm going to play them back at their own game, you know. I'll wait as long as it takes for them to remove that lock before I pay it back. I mean, before I buy something. You know, I could use that now, but Temu are being quite annoying at the moment and won't let me check out without it being... I shouldn't have to pay, and I said this the other day, I shouldn't have to pay 11 quid. Like, why have I got to pay 11 quid? You know, it's almost like they set you the promotion and then they sort of feel bad for reducing it at a low cost, and so they feel like, oh shit, we've lost that money, and now they want like you to spend more. Now sometimes it don't always work. Like, some customers won't fall for that, and then they'll just like take the lock off because they're like, oh, we're not getting a sale. So yeah, this is now the second day. It's normally like after 2 days, but certain items that you put in the basket trigger it as well. So say for example, if it was a really low cost item, it would trigger that lock. But as I say, that's not been on for literally like weeks, months, so I don't know. But anyhow, I'm going to I'll just shop with other places until they remove it. It's really annoying. So I shouldn't have to pay £11. So yes, I'm having a rant today, guys. I'm really sorry, but I've had a bit of a grumpy day today, so... And when I'm in a mood, I'm in a mood, you know. I can be in that mood for 1 day, 3 hours, 6 days, you know. It takes me a while to get out of that mood. So, yeah, but, you know, I'm sure I'll get over it soon. It's just kind of annoying, really. Let's have a weather forecast. Alexa, what's the weather forecast, love? Alexa, what's the weather forecast?
Currently, in Braintree it's 20 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Tonight, you can expect clouds, with a low of 15 degrees.
Apparently, Donald Trump and Keir Starmer were supposed to be having some sort of conference today at this Checkers place. So I'm going to watch the 6 o'clock news to see if there's any update on that. Obviously, you will see this on Friday. So it would have happened Thursday, if you get me. Normally, it's the unboxings video, but we're alternating it at the moment because there's so much unboxing, so I've had to put them one in every other day at the moment just to try to clear that backlog. So yeah, and then I've got to do some kitting up later that I need to do. Got that to do, and then it'd be EastEnders, because it's Thursday. It don't come on Friday, so I feel like today's Friday and it isn't. And then I've been writing out a list of what I want from the range. I need to go back to Home Bargains and get that white skeleton candle, so yeah, it's pretty good. So yes, and I've done a bit of shopping again earlier because someone, basically last night I had 2 InPost and 1 Evri, so I tend to go, like, because I know my bag's going to fill up, I will go to InPost, then go up to Evri, and then that comes down the back way of Sainsbury's. So by then my bag's sort of empty, and then I can, but it was really confusing today because I had 2 drop-offs, 2 pickups. So I had to pick up in post, and I had to stand there opening about 4 doors because you can't put it all in the same. You would think if you've got a parcel in there, because Amazon do this, if there's one parcel in the locker, they will assign it to the same door thing. I've seen videos on that, but yeah, I had to open one, shut one, open one, shut one, drop one, shut one, drop one, shut one. Like, good job there weren't no queue. And then when I went up to Every, this lady was having a problem trying to pick up her parcel, and I've had this situation before, not picking up, but for some reason you can't seem to. I was under the impression these quad lockers were designed so that you can drop them off and pick your parcel up as well. But with DPD or Royal Mail, there doesn't seem to be like a diversion situation where you can actually pick them up from the locker. And this woman's parcel, it said it was at the locker, and she just could not get it to open. And I thought, oh no, what happens if they've run out of labels? And like, I'd have to go into the post office. Because with quad lockers, I think today's subject is lockers. Today, yeah, with quad lockers, you don't know when they've run out of labels. So with InPost, you can check online before you go to see if there's space. But with quad lockers, once the label runs out or they've got no labels left, you then have to like go to the next available one. So, and I don't know what it is, but the one up Chalice Lane, I've always had problems with that locker. It just does not recognise the barcodes. So I tend to use Panfield Lane now. But I missed the driver because one of the buyers that I sent off yesterday, they already picked up. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to miss this then. So that, what I've posted today, will just sit there all overnight, but at least it's in. Because that's the great thing about when you sell, because some people I've seen on TikTok, there's this thing going around where they will, they'll buy the item, you then ship it, and then it comes up saying order suspended, even though you've sent the item off. And yeah, when you do that, it sort of cancels. I mean, you know, I like to get them off and in the locker, because then the buyer can't go, oh, can I cancel this? I've changed my mind. You know, they can still cancel it at the other end, but they'd have to send me a like return request. So yeah, sorry if it's sounds a bit boring talking about lockers, but I can only digest what I've done today. So and we always talk about me working and finishing my shifts, so I thought I won't talk again about that because it'll get a bit boring. But yeah, so yeah, this will take me up to, what we're on now, 5:30. So yeah, I had a bit of a short shift today, which was nice. So I finished about 4ish. So got the there was a train at 4:10, I think it was. So that got me in for 5, and I was like, yay. So yeah. So that, yeah, it's 5:20, so that'll take me up to 6, and then it'll be the 6 o'clock news, then cook dinner, and then watch EastEnders, and then that's when I next get an available sort of free slot to do either diamond painting or catch up on YouTube. And been doing a bit more tidying up in here. I got rid of a load of rubbish yesterday, like loads of recycling, which was quite nice. So right, that's most of that done, isn't it? So now we need number 4. Yeah. Now, Linda, there's some exciting have to have it's coming up next week. So unfortunately, she did admit some. So apparently she showed them in the Jibby Jab, but I've not seen it yet. But yeah, there's some exciting ones coming up next week. Because I can't send them over too early, because I have to do the unboxing first. Sometimes you get them first before the unboxing, but yeah, I want to try and do the unboxing first, and then I'll send them over. Oh, was that an F? No, it's a... They've got another one of these on Vinted, but it's a unicorn with lights around it, and it's... I don't know what it is about it. It's just not doing it for me. Like, something about that painting I just don't like, and I don't know what it is. You know when you can't really decide whether you want it or you do. But yeah, I was looking, then I weren't, then I did again, and I was like, no, this isn't for me. So yeah. But yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of this now, because once it gets to 7 and then 7:30 we lose daylight, so it's the only sort of slot I can do at the moment. But wow, that didn't take long, did it? Cool. So that now means we can now sort of just finish this bit off here, and then, but that, I don't know where the S is at the moment. We'll just have to carry on with this for the minute. Wasn't a little heart tray, but I was in the my car utility cupboard and found some heart trays in there, so God knows how long they've been in there. So I'll give them a wash, and they're ready for kitting up again now. Oh, that's the other thing, I forgot to order cotton wool buds, because Ghost Glitter did me a little video to show me how to get the wax melt out. And it's weird because my wax melt, it used to let you just like slide it out, but now it sort of, it gets really hard and you have to like dig it out. But now Ghost Glitter has showed me that cotton wool trick. I'm going to use that as, well, that's what I'm going to do. So I need to get some of them ordered. You could probably pick them up from the grocery market, but I would want like a big sort of bulk bag so that I've got plenty to use, because I have my candles going like every day. So yeah. Number 2. I've done a bit more tidying up on the desk, trying to declutter this desk because it's full to the brim of trays at the moment, and just trying to sort of like rearrange the desk a bit. But I've got half to, you know, where you sort of like, you get it from that side and you think, oh, put it over that side and it looks free, like spare, looks all bare and tidy, and then it's like you pick it up from there and move it to somewhere else. You're just like forever moving it around the room, aren't you? So, and I've got to do some more vintage allocations later. So I've got to do some more listing, which can't really be bothered to do at the moment, but it's got to be done because you know, if I can make money on it, great. So yabba dabba doo, baby, yabba dabba doo. So I reckon, because of obviously the state visit we've had, I reckon this week's Hello magazine, well, it might get published next week. I reckon next week's Hello magazine is going to be a really good one, because you'll have all the photos from obviously the state visit, and they'll probably do some article about that. But they had the red arrows that went over Windsor, because originally this visit was supposed to be held at Buckingham Palace. But Buckingham Palace is being renovated at the moment, so it's having a refurbishment, because the King wants to open it up more to the public, like certain areas of it. So, for example, the room where they go on the famous balcony, I don't think you could previously walk in that room, and now that's been opened up so that people can actually walk in there. However, you're not allowed to go on the balcony. Now, I don't understand why, because I think many people would love to go on there, but I suppose it's, you know, they've got to keep so many bits for, you know, pub, you know, restricted and stuff. So yeah, I wonder what they're renovating in there. Because I think, didn't the Queen used to, she actually stayed at, her favourite place was Balmoral, but I think she actually slept at Buckingham Palace. But the King, I think, still sleeps at Clarence House, and then obviously he uses Buckingham Palace as like the office. So yeah, I don't think he resides there. I think he's still at Clarence House, isn't he? Well, I suppose if they're renovating it, they wouldn't be able to anyway. But yeah, I don't think he lives actually in there now. I know the Queen did, but yeah. So yeah, I could have ordered the gobble gobble, but Temu's got that stupid lock on at the moment, so it will come off. It's just a case of when it comes off, you know. And this is what really annoys me: either keep it on or keep it off. Like, don't keep taking it off and then putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, you know. It's so aggravating. So I remember when Roxanne was saying that she had to have a £30 minimum lock at one point, so that was interesting. What I'm going to do, guys, actually, is I'm going to do a short session on this. I might, because obviously I want to get to the news, but I've also got me thingamajigs to do as well. I've got to get all my challenges done. I've got 8 on that side, 10 on this side, so I've got to try and get that done, because we only get 7 hours for that, and then that one doesn't run out. It's like once you get to 10, you get to 10, you know, and then it does it. But yeah, this is sort of time sensitive, so this is what I'm saying. If I got that one done and then I forgot about them, when the timer runs out, I would lose the lot, even though I've completed that. So you have to get them all done in a set. This one is very difficult to do, this wooden puzzle thing, because they don't give, sometimes when you're playing it, it says you've run out of rooms, but it doesn't tell you how many, I mean, you've run out of turns or something, but it don't tell you how many turns you have. Like, you don't know how many turns you've got, so that one's kind of annoying. But yeah, I just feel a bit worn out as well, because as I said, I've never been so busy with sales. Like, I can't get over that, because I think it came up, where did it come up on here? I think I had it on here. Let's see if I've got it on here. I did have a message pop up the other day. Where is it? It's here somewhere, but come on, is it there? No, I can see it. I think it will come up in a minute. I feel like, you know, when you feel like you're getting close to something, but come on. Is it coming up? Yeah, I've never been so busy throughout September. Like, this month has been really, like, the weird thing is, it's been dead for months. Like, nothing's really shifted. I've tried reducing things, still within the margin of getting profit, and it's not reduced. But this month has just gone berserk. And I got an email from Vinted, and it says, congratulations on selling 20 items. That's for this month alone. Just 20 items in 1 month with Vinted. We appreciate your constant dedication to reducing waste by extending the lifespan of your pre-loved items. Go up to anything else to sell, keep. But yeah, I've never got that before, but I think it's because I hit 20 sales in 1 month. So it just goes to show, you know, that, you know, if you work hard for it, it does sort of pay off a bit, you know. But I tell you something, I've never, like, most months it's like maybe 3 or 4 things, but yeah, this month has just gone really, really berserk because I sold a lot of clothes that I didn't used to didn't wear anymore. So that's probably 10 of them, and then the other 10 is you know, general things, books, DVDs, that sort of thing. You know, just odd things that I've got that I don't really use anymore. So yeah, it's nice to be appreciated, you know, because I've never ever seen that come up before. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Oh man, we're doing this wrong. So yeah, it's been a bloody busy month. And then obviously when you know, I've got to sort of split my day up a bit, because obviously I've got to try and do painting. I've got to try and catch up on the TV, try to free up space on there so that new programs can record. I've got to catch up with YouTube. I've got to reply to all the comments. You know, I've got to reply to any emails that come in. So yeah, it's bloody hard work. What am I looking for now? D, is it? But yeah, I couldn't believe it, and we just want to get the money side of it now, because as I say, all them orders are still floating around the network still, so you can imagine that's a lot of money for me, like, having to wait around on. So I just want them in, get my payment, job done, you know. Number 4 again. Okay. So yeah, I'm technically a robot, really. I just don't stop. I have to be busy all the time. Like I find it very, like, I can't sit still for 5 minutes. Like, I have to be doing something. So I get bored very easily otherwise. So I'm always on the go. Probably why I got high blood pressure, but I blame the old job that I was in, because that was a very stressful job. I'd never ever do catering again. It was not a nice job to be in. Yeah, I think that's what really busted up my high blood pressure, because I've never ever had, I mean, my granddad's had it, but I've never ever had high blood pressure before. But it's kind of annoying, because some days it makes you get a headache, and then you can feel quite dizzy, and you just, it's annoying having to take a pill every day for it, because, like, as you know, medication makes you put on weight, and yeah, so oh la la, why have I put that there? Okay, cool. So D, where's my K gone? I'm looking for that in a minute, because oh look, I'm looking for the K, but I kept thinking it was that one. That's S. So when you need me, darling, can't you see me? SOS. The love you gave me, nothing else can save me. SOS. La la la. How can I even try to go on? Where are those happy days? They seem so far away. Oh, where's my Kai? Oh, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. So yeah. And it's hiding under here, look. Yay. So we can fill all that in now. Kushti. Oi oi. Savaloy. Nothing better than filling in a nice, I'm gonna have a lovely, oh my god, right, I've gone back to jam tarts, people, and I keep going. The new thing is now, every time I go in Sainsbury's, I'm technically there like every day, because every time I go in there now, I pick up a pack of Jammy Dodgers, because they're like 50p. But I was going to buy the whole box, but I just feel like they would refuse to serve me with the whole box. I don't know why, but I just feel like if I was to like go up there and say, could I buy the whole box, they might say no. I mean, I don't see why they would say no, but you know, you're giving them custom. But I don't know, I just feel like they'd say no, you can't buy the whole box. Super Trooper. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la. Oh, where's my H gone? Right, I tell you what, I'm gonna stop that session now. No, I know it's a really super short one, but as I said, I've got the news coming on in half an hour. Having said that, I've just found my H, but yeah, we'll call it a short session this time, and then obviously next time we'll do a bigger session on it. It's only because obviously it's the state visit and I consider that important, so I want to watch that. Oh my god, don't do that. But anyway, isn't this, can we just recap? Look at all that we've done so far. This is looking absolutely stunning. I can't believe that this is almost going to be finished. Obviously as well, something I need to point out is watch where you roll, because here you've got little lights, and if you puncture that, it's going to fall through the back of the board. So try to avoid the bits that look like white specks going around, obviously, if you get this. So yeah, we're doing really good on this, and we've literally only got down there to do, and then it's all done. So yeah, apologies it's such a short one, but as I said, I need time to make a cup of tea and sit down for the news, because it's now coming up to, what time is it? Jiggle time, oh yeah. It is coming up to 5:36, so it comes on in like 20 minutes. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. But we'll have a good session on that, try and get as much done as we can. As I say, sorry it's a short one, but I've got things that I need to do. So yeah, anyway, take care and we'll see you next time, which will be for the full hour. Thank you, bye bye.